let's talk about tension for a little bit today. The type of tension that you feel between you and someone that you work with. Whether you work for them, reporting to them, whether they report to you, whether you just work together and collaborate on things together. Tension is something that we feel pretty normally, especially when we just have a different personality style from someone else, or simply just disagree, or have just kind of different life experiences and are struggling to communicate those with one another. It can be really tempting to want to resolve tension, sometimes tempting to just kind of shy away from even addressing it, but I want to encourage you to really lean into tension and learn how to really manage it. Because I think tension is actually a really good thing. It's a good reflection of diverse thought, a good reflection of creativity and different ideas and different approaches to life and to solving problems and having conversations. So I want to use today my guitar and some music to illustrate why tension is good. So within the music realm, an interval is the distance between two notes, and I'm going to play the smallest interval that we have in Western music, which is a half step, and it sounds kind of like this. Doesn't really sound that great. You wouldn't usually expect to hear something like this in a song and a chord that is pleasant, really. But all you have to do for those two notes to become pleasant is add a little bit to them, and just don't leave them alone in isolation. So what I'm going to do is just add two more notes. I'm going to add a couple more notes. For the sake of an illustration, we'll call those things like trust between two people or good intentional communication, okay? And you end up with something that sounds more like this, which sounds pretty nice. Actually, one of my favorite chords. So those two notes we talked about are still there. They're still present. They don't sound great right next to each other, but you add a couple of more notes, and it starts to sound pretty nice. Something that you can kind of make some music with, right? Something that sounds way better than the original tension. You might be tempted to think that the tension is gone, but it's not. It's right there. And I think that's kind of how our relationships and our collaboration and our team communication work. I think we need to lean into the tension and really know how to leverage it, what tools might be missing to bring that tension into a better place, something more musical. Don't need to resolve it. We just need to understand it and add the right elements to it, because that tension brings a new texture to the chords that just wasn't there. Maybe it's going to bring a new texture to your collaboration that wouldn't be there otherwise. So don't try to resolve all the tension around you. Learn to lean into it and to really manage that tension. And I think you'll like it. So hey, I'm going to start doing some videos like this here and there. And if you like what you're hearing, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm going to be doing some more videos, and I look forward to seeing you there. All right? Ciao.